Hey y'all, welcome back. It is Friday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of The Plus in Pageantry here, reporting live from the BGE cloud. We're not actually live, this is pre-recorded. But I have the absolute honor of being here with my girl from Kentucky, Miss Erica Hildreth, who is a pageant queen, entrepreneur, mother, wife, all around bad baddie, okay? Business baddie, okay? I'm going to give her a quick second to introduce herself, and then we are going to jump into this conversation that is sure to be transformative and change lives. Hello, Miss Erica. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, gorgeous. Thank you so much for having me here. Hello to those who I don't know. Like she said, I'm Erica Hildreth. I'm the current United States of America's Mrs. Kentucky. And some of the stuff that she said was true. But basically, mom, wife, author, there's so much going on. But yeah, I'm just really excited to be here and deep dive into our conversation. I love connecting with you. So.
Oh my God, yes, we always have a good chat,
I
when
know,
we're in the same room.
truly, truly.
Oh my gosh. So we are definitely big advocates for all the hyphenates. Ladies out there, you don't have to just stick into a very small box. You can be any and everything you want to be. And talking with women like Erica give us the opportunity to see that in real life and in living color. So very fortunate to have you on. Little background on us. We met at USOA 2 years ago,
I
three.
was it three? I think it was three. I
Because were
think it
you
was
stuck in Texas?
no, I wasn't stuck in Texas. That was four. So I think it was 3 years ago.
Okay, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes. So I went to nationals twice.
Mhm.
So I was the Texas year, and then I skipped a year, and then I came back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah. So I was in Vegas. Um,
Yes.
Okay, done and done. Done and done. All right. So, USOA is a platform I've been able to talk about on the podcast a few different times. Inspire, empower, uplift are kind of their motto, their words, their call to order. What, Erica, drew you to USOA?
I'll tell you, USOA found me.
Okay.
Yeah, it found me. Actually, a couple girls that are dear friends of mine was like, you need to do this. You should be here. You should be here with us. Like I was actually in the same category as them. They were like, you've got to come do this with us. A few girls that I met back in my America days, I was in that inaugural class of Miss for America. Great experience. I represented Kentucky in that inaugural year. And some of those women that I met that year in 2019 are my best friends today. So they reached out and they said, you have to be here. This system is you, and you are this system. And when you said, you know, the motto, empower, inspire, and uplift. And I feel like those things are to me to a core and what I try to live by every single day. Because something you said that stood out to me already is, fitting in a box, not fit like I have always been one of those people who wanted to try things and do more than I feel like what was expected of me. And as a wife and a mom, yes, I still want to be a pageant. I still want to be a title holder. I love pageants. I love the positivity that comes with that and the friends that I meet and still, have relationships with and feeling like pageantry is my place where it's all encompassing. I can be exactly who I am and it doesn't necessarily have to be this like fit into this box, but it's still beautiful. And I
Yes.
love that so much. So USO definitely found me, but they're not getting rid of me because it is my home. I love them. I love the people. I love the mission and the motto, and I feel like it is just a part of me is eating and breathing and sleeping.
Oh my gosh, yes. I think USOA has a way of captivating people, and we will be able to talk a little bit more about USOA here in the podcast. But I did want everybody to know how we met.
Right. I
But
mean, we have to put the facts out there.
you have to put the facts together. But that is something that I truly love and admire about pageantry. It takes women from all over the world and brings them together, and you don't realize how many people share your drive and have an understanding of what it feels like to be put in a box and doing everything they can to break out. You
Mhm.
don't know that feeling and that camaraderie until you're in a room full of women who participate in this sport called pageantry.
Pageant
So
women just get it. They just get me.
the pageant girlies get it.
They get it. They get it. And there's no, like you said, there's no other feeling like it, to truly feel like you have been, like, to feel seen and heard and
Accepted.
accepted. And that was how I felt from the moment I walked in the door.
Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh. Yes, honey. So y'all, it's not just me. It's not just me.
Nope.
And that note that you said that you met, you have so many friends through pageantry that are still your friends today. I met my best friend in the entire world at a pageant. I don't even know, almost a decade ago, and we are still very good friends.
Mhm.
One thing I want to ask you, and then I have some compliments for you when we talk about USOA.
Okay.
So remind me to do a little sprinkle on there because girl, I have something for you specifically.
Okay. Okay. I
Um,
won't let you forget.
please don't let me forget because I
Okay.
will then I'll have to text you. Okay. Um, so with your pageant experience, so you were competing in America as a Miss contestant, and
Yes.
then you found yourself married happily, obviously, and then and now you've transitioned into the Mrs. category. How do you feel a leveling up in the
Mhm.
pageant world into the
Sure.
Mrs. division? And second part of the question would be, how do you feel about more organizations like the Miss USA organization raising the age limit? How do you feel about
Sure.
that? Does that make you feel included, or does that feel like a slap in the face?
Gotcha. Great questions, and I will drop some more facts on you. So, yes, I was in the Miss for America class in 2019, and my first experience at USOA, I was an MS
Oh, okay.
and engaged. So I was engaged as an MS, and then came back as a married lady. It's a level up, and not in it. It's in the sense that these married ladies are not messing around. Like, they have it together. They have it together. They are boss babes. They are, they're business women. They are authors. They are doing the most. So it was definitely a whole nother ball game. And but all in all, a great experience, because as an MS, I was doing the roles and responsibilities. I was engaged. So I was doing the roles and responsibilities of an almost married woman. So it was great to be able to truly embrace, who I am, who I was. We have a beautifully blended family of seven. There is seven of us. Seven. One, two, three, four, five, six.
Right.
So
7, 8.
the seven. So I love to say that we are the modern day Brady Bunch, and we are just this, because we're beautiful and blended. We're blended, and that looks different. I think a lot of people in America resonate with that, with being a blended family. However, I can only take credit for birthing two of the five. So I kind of sandwich our five. I have the oldest and the youngest. So
Oh,
I kind of sandwich our Brady Bunch.
the,
But they
the the head and the tail.
the head and the tail, they get along so much better with all of them together, if you believe that. It's the
Good.
wildest thing. They are like, they have built-in best friends. We have two teenage girls. Wild.
Great.
That's a whole experience in itself.
Yes.
Our oldest son is 12, our youngest son is 8, and then my our youngest daughter is 8. So literally built in best friends. Love that. I really have enjoyed the transition into Mrs. Pageantry. I do feel like it's like a little circle of its own, a kind of a community,
Yes.
because there is a community within pageantry. But I feel like as a Mrs., you truly understand the things that you're going through in life and experiencing, and um, as a wife, it's that, I think, resonates just a little bit more. So kind of a community within a community, you
Yeah.
know. I love that. I love being a Mrs. My marriage is 1000% one of my biggest accomplishments. He's my favorite person on the planet. And I love showing. our kids what a healthy, happy marriage looks like,
Yeah.
because that way, that's what they look for and expect in a partner. So, love that. And as far as the second part of your question, that was one thing that stood out to me from USOA from the beginning, was because that was part of their core from the beginning, was any and all women, regardless of age, regardless of marital status. So that was there's a true appreciation for that. I'm happy to see that they've opened that. I feel like if somebody wants to, I'm glad that they're offering the opportunity to. But I'm particularly proud that USOA started that way.
Yeah, I think
Like,
it says a lot when you have a statement that is using trigger words like inclusivity, and you see that there's so many people who aren't included, and then you go to organizations and you see that people are really, really dedicated to pouring into women from, pee-wees all the way up, or, you have a condensed group where you have teen Miss and Ms. and Mrs. So I think it's actually really important that we in the industry talk a little bit more about kind of like what that level up feels like, um, not just on stage, but off stage. I feel like I started pageantry as a MISS, as a Miss, and
okay.
then I have graduated into Ms. status. Um, and I feel like the transition between them, in my case, there was so like less of the drama. There's inevitable drama in any sport, not just women's sports or
Mhm.
competition, in any sport. And I just felt like leveling up, there was so much less. Everybody was
Sure.
really about their business and just devoted to
Yeah.
only like presenting their best self, but so devoted to pouring into other women. And I just see that increasing in the Mrs. division that I've been front row center to, that I've been able to witness.
I would agree with that 1000%. I feel that I actually got into pageantry later in life. My background is bodybuilding. And so when I started in
We can
2018,
tell because the
we,
body is tea. Okay, the bodies. That was a part of
thank
my
you.
compliment
Oh, okay.
streak for later, baby. You posted that swimsuit picture the other day. I about spilled my coffee. I was like, oh, well, I was not ready. Oh my gosh, but yeah, go ahead. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. Thank you. Well, so my background is bodybuilding. I was a nationally qualified bodybuilder 6 years in a row, or six times, and it taught me so much that I now use in pageantry. But I enjoyed that phase of my life. It's not something that I feel like I will ever go back to. Just because I am so full faceted with with owning two businesses and a family and my marriages, I place such importance on these things, and I feel like pageantry really spotlights all of those things, including a healthy lifestyle. So I work out when I'm training. I'm working out 5 to 6 days a week. Sometimes those are 2 a days, especially coming down close to a pageant, and that is. USOA is very, very body positive, like come one, come all. I really appreciate seeing everyone for who they are, and whatever that looks like, just being their truest, most confident self. And for me, with my background being in bodybuilding, I have a standard for myself where I feel the most confident, and I work really hard. I One of my first jobs was at a gym, and so I really love it. It's a way for me to decompress, and it helps my mental health. So I'm it's one of those things that I'm very, of course, promote and happy to help anybody. I've had several people reach out in the past, and just always happy to support, because Lord knows I've had plenty of people who've helped me and provide tips and tricks and all the things. So I'm definitely an open book in that capacity.
Yeah, I feel that that's really the only way to move forward. I think and another reason why I created this space. You know, you can't be what you don't see, and you can't always achieve without any help. And
Mhm.
just like sharing these stories so that people can see, you know, oh, I'm similar. I have this love, I have this background, I have this
Yeah.
drive, but I just didn't know where to start. I started my pageant journey after high school. So I graduated high school and I was in a little bit of an identity crisis because it seemed on social media like all my friends had it figured out. And I just wasn't sure what my thing was going to be.
Mhm.
And I just kind of really dug deep, went into myself, and I found that I've always had a love for pageantry as a spectator.
Yeah.
And I used to watch pageants with my grandmother when I was little, and that kind of just kept coming up. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe I'll look into this. And I didn't start small at all. I signed up for my state's USA pageant. That was my
Oh,
very first
love
pageant,
that. She's like head
right?
first.
Like head first, like in the deep end, which that's a different story because yeah, that's a different thing. But yeah, straight into the deep end. I had no idea, couldn't even fill in my eyebrows at the time. Um, and and just went for it. Had the time of my life. I ended up competing at Miss Washington USA 4 times. I if I fall in love with something, I definitely have no qualms with going in and trying it over and over again. And I was voted Miss Congeniality 4 consecutive times at Washington USA and several other.
Of course you were.
Well, you know, just this whole thing, this whole bag of personalities over here.
There's a
But
whole
yeah,
bag
so
of us.
yeah, I pick one out based on the weather. I just dig in my bag of personalities and just pop one on.
Yeah, there we
Um,
go.
but I really do appreciate like kind of your view on leveling up, going from the Ms. division into the Mrs. division. But I do want to, I don't have you for a long time, and I already feel myself getting a little yappy. I really want to touch on what you're doing on social media right now
Gotcha.
with Sash Sister Social. Did I get the order right?
You got it right, girly. I'm so glad we're getting to chat about this because I'm really, really excited about this. So what most people don't know about me, I am a full-time real estate agent, but I started a marketing agency from the ground up 7.5 years ago. My parents
Girl,
own my parents owned businesses growing up, and I knew that I would own something. I just didn't know what that looked like, and I kind of came into my own and realized that I just love people. I love connection, and social media allows me to connect with more people. So I started this marketing agency and just wanted to keep dollars local. My parents owned small businesses and seen the need in my community for that marketing expert. And so I provided marketing services and helped to grow businesses and keep those dollars local and love what I do. So I do both day in and day out. I have plenty of help because, like you said, it takes a village, and I've learned that over time. We all need support. We all need good support systems. But at my most recent pageant, of course, I competed in the 2024 USOA Nationals in San Antonio, Texas. And I just know that I know that I want to be in the industry for a very long time. I love the space. I love the people. I love the connections. It supports the person that I am on a daily basis. And I was like, you know what? I also, of course, being with USOA, we have swag bags, there's partnerships and sponsors, and I love that kind of thing. But I know a lot of my friends don't. That's not their thing. They don't have time for it. Even if they are good at it and they don't have time for it, it's so I'm like, you know what? So I shifted. I just seen a need. I knew what I wanted to do, and the two aligned beautifully. So I have shifted my entire marketing business to the pageant industry specifically. So I provide social media services for title holders, for pageants, for brands, for businesses. I have been an event coordinator for the past 7.5 years. So I love event coordination and promoting and supporting and all the things that really my brain just works that way. You're the same way. So I know that it just it works that way, and it works. So I have shifted my entire business, but I also really wanted a place of positivity. I really wanted to be able to support Sash sisters from every single system. And USOA is so great about, supporting and, doesn't care, if you're taking pictures or whatever. I know but so I'm like, okay, how can I that's where Sash Sister Social came from. It's a mouthful. You can't say it too fast because you might. I get tongue tied
I
sometimes.
was practicing yesterday. I was like, Sash
Or
Sister Social, Sash Sister
Sash,
Social.
Sash Sister Social. It is a mouthful, but it's also it couldn't. I don't feel like it could be described any better. So Sash Sister Social is a place of positivity. It is a platform for queens from any system. We promote queens, we promote coaches, we promote businesses and those partnerships, really just being a place of resource. So, positivity, resource, support. Yes, I do offer these services, but that's just a bonus. You can take that or leave it, but everything else just come one, come all. This is connectivity, this is networking, this is you're just getting loved on. You're getting loved on. Girl, I'm gonna, jump on and comment on your stuff. You're part of the family. You're part of you're part of our group. So it's all encompassing. And I'm really excited about this direction because it lights me up to love on people and see these
Yeah,
relationships grow and cultivate.
absolutely. I would say that we're definitely similar in that way. Um, I,
Yes.
I love pageantry. Like I said, I went from a spectator to a participant. I've worked backstage, I've been on stage. Like, I love the whole of the sport. And that's why I chose to open the Empress Suite. So, my state doesn't have a lot of prom and pageant gown options.
Hmm.
The popular model for evening gown in formal wear here is bridal with a little corner of color.
Okay.
Like that's the
Yeah.
popular business model. So there
Yeah.
isn't something that's kind of flipping that on its head and going store full color and maybe a corner of bridal. So I just saw that was lacking in my community. I wanted to, put in for it, and I kept pushing it off. I was like, I don't have the money to start this business. I don't have the education to start this business. And I'm a religious person. I believe in God. And so it was kind of like everything that I pushed back on, God just kept giving me reasons to change my situation. And
Hmm.
so I have. And I've loved opening this business. It's been a learning experience, and I get something from pursuing this dream every single day. And pageantry is at the core of what inspires me, as a choreographer for 3 Miss USA qualifying pageants and
Wow.
being on the production team for organizations like the Global Beauty Awards and things like that.
So
those
incredible.
those things light me up. I get so
Me too. Yeah.
excited. I feel grateful to have the opportunity to just pour into women and, getting someone in through these doors and helping them find the look that makes them feel their most confident, most fierce, most sexy, whatever the case is. There's no better feeling. And I went to school for fashion design. So it's been these
Perfect.
little seeds, that I've been sowing, and I didn't know how they were all going to come together. And then when they did, it just kind of like absolutely blew my mind. So
Hmm.
I see a lot of that in what you've created with Sash Sister Social. Thank you for putting the dots. It's a breath, everybody. It's Sash
There is a
Sister,
dot.
Sash Sister
Sister
Social.
social. We would really like to make sure that there's some distinction.
Yes.
Take your pauses.
Yeah, like take your moment, okay, and
Yeah.
don't be afraid to enunciate. It's
Right.
important.
It's
Um,
very important.
but yes, so I love that. I have a question. So, with Sash Sister Social, is this something where, in order to be featured, people need to pay, or like, should they tag you?
Yeah.
How would you like to see that done?
You do not have to pay. You do not have to pay to be a part of our group. You do not have to pay to be featured, sponsored. Hey, the system loves it.
Right?
No, you do not have to pay. It is really just if you're tagging me, or if I run across it, if I'm inspired by your content. I created it, I run it, and it's just kind of how the algorithm is or falls. But if you're tagging me, you're obviously more likely to get featured. But I really want it to be a place of resource. So not only am I doing all of those other things, but I'm also providing social media tips and tricks and content ideas and easy reels to apply to your business or to your title that you're holding at that time. You can work with me in a capacity. I am a social media manager, but to be a part of the group, you just have to show up and have a smile on your face. That's really it. So I love that. I wanted to be able to offer that. A little nugget for your viewers here. I finalized my workbook, my social media. There is not a single workbook on Amazon for pageant queens until now. So
Period.
period. So I've created a social media workbook for pageant queens. I picked up my first copy on Monday. I'm going through all the final touches and stages and edits and everything. So that is coming to Amazon near you, near your front door in 2 days. But I'm also launching a membership come October 1st. So if you want to, anybody can show up and get loved on and see the things and participate, no charge. If you want to be a part of the group and receive social media assistance, you can also do that. So there's two, it's all part of this cake.
Yeah, so you get the opportunity to decide what it is that you need
Yeah,
and invest in whatever way you see fit. So,
exactly.
great job. Congrats, ladies and
Thanks.
gentlemen. You heard it here. I definitely, we have so much alike. And just sitting here talking to you, I go, oh my gosh, we're the same person. Now, I just released, and I haven't done any advertising for it yet, which, okay, but I just released a goal journal on Amazon, and it's called Goal Goddess, and it's
Love that.
basically a journal that kind of helps walk you through a goal. So
Okay.
there are note pages where you can draft your dream, you can revise it, you can journal about how you're executing it. There's spaces where you can journal about your failures, and
So
then you
good.
can reevaluate and then move forward. And then, of course,
That's exciting.
budgeting pages and everything. But yes,
That's
so
exciting. I
I
did
have
not
it.
know that.
Yes, I have it in paperback and hardcover. And that's going to be one of the things that I'm going to be promoting on my channels really soon.
Very
So
cool.
that's my announcement for today. Miss Erica, please share with the people if you have any announcements you'd like to share, and then after that, tell them how they can support you and follow you on
Sure.
social media.
Okay, perfect. So outside of the workbook and all the things happening with Sash Sister Social, it deserves a moment. I am coming back to USOA for a fourth time as United States of America's Mrs. Kentucky 2025.
Yeah.
So this is my fourth time at USOA. I have committed. A few people know, but of course, me in true social media fashion, I have to make a little mic drop moment.
Yeah, you made it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So I will do a formal release and a huge announcement here soon, but I have committed. I'm going back to USOA. I'm very excited. about that. Of course, she revamped all the scoring. She's released that. Very excited to see those changes. It really supports a working queen, and doing all the things in her community. And so I'm really excited to see what happens. I mean, I guess I have to be Mrs. Kentucky.
Gosh, gosh,
I
what
mean,
high heels to fill.
what?
Um, but I definitely want to congratulate you and just say, you've done an amazing job as Mrs. Kentucky. Um, Anytime that I've seen you pop up on my timeline, it's definitely been a joy to see you working hard. And then now having you put this organization together to help other people achieve their dreams and be seen and feel loved on and appreciated. Good on you, sis. Like, this is really, really great work you're doing. And I absolutely enjoy any and every time that our paths have crossed, and just want to see you keep doing great and absolutely amazing work. And of course, again, the body's teeth. Okay.
Girl,
the
thank you.
body the body's bodying.
The body is
Okay.
fun. Well, thank you so much. I'm pretty much still working right into my, year number 4. So I'm still in the gym and doing all the things. And I took a little bit of a break, and really making sure like my head and my heart were in the right place. My passion and purpose hasn't changed. So I feel like it is the right thing to do for me. And I'm really excited to see what happens. I really appreciate you having me on here. I feel like we could literally talk for a couple more hours. So be expecting maybe a part 2, guys,
Yeah,
because I feel
sure.
like we just brushed the surface. Like this
Yes.
was just, that was a lot in a little. But stay tuned. Of course, you can follow Sash Sister Social. I'm USOA Mrs. Kentucky. Again, I'm Erica Hildreth, and have all the platforms, and would love to connect with you if we aren't already.
Yes, yes, Queen. Yes, everybody. So you got that, and I definitely would love, love, love to have you on for a part 2. And then
Yes.
we can get props. Like we can go through your book together.
Can we get
Um,
props? Let's do
yeah,
it.
like let's get props in there. But yeah, because I actually um have want to have a conversation with you, and y'all are just sitting here front row center hearing it first.
Uh-huh.
But I definitely would like to have a conversation with you about perseverance and what it feels like to not hear your name called, and then to make that choice to show up again and again until you feel fulfilled, like you've done all you
Yeah.
can do with that journey. So I would love to actually have that conversation with you, so
Please.
we can
Yes,
work
I
something
would love
out.
to share that.
We can work something out,
Truly.
because I think the more people that can find that human aspect and in what it takes to come back, I think we would see more people kind of pursue
Yeah.
their dreams further. And that's in
Yeah.
any space. But yes, girl. So I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys, this has been another episode of the Plus in Pageantry on the BGE Cloud podcast. Don't forget, y'all, the BGE stands for Big Goddess Energy. Do everything that you're supposed to do on platforms like this: like, share, subscribe, comment, and then don't forget either of these beautiful faces, because you will see them again. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. Bye.